said that I cannot fall in love, but I guess.
Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be doing a relationship Q&A. What? So today I'm going to be doing a relationship advice Q&A. So this could be friendship relationships or romantic relationships, anything. I'm just going to be answering your questions that you left me on Instagram. So if you want to be a part of future Q&As, then follow my Instagram. I'll have all my socials on the screen right now, and also request other Q&As that you would like me to do. Maybe you would like me to do a whole series called Girl Talk where I talk about different problems, so I can be kind of like your big sister. I don't know, I really like these videos and I wish I would have had them when I was younger. Let's just hop right on into this video, but before we do, if you aren't subscribed, you know what to do. The button is down below, and click the bell button so you won't miss a single video. I do upload every Wednesday and every Sunday, so make sure you stay tuned for those. So let's hop into it. I haven't prepared any answers for these, so if I do sound a bit rambly, then that's why, but I just like to do these on the spot so they seem more personal. Let's find the first question. So the first question is how to connect more to a new friendship group. And I definitely think this takes time. Like, I definitely think you'd need to spend time with them outside of school. If you are in school, maybe arrange a sleepover and arrange a game you can play. I know most of the time people tend to watch like a film or something, but I think the best way to connect is just to talk to each other and have fun. It's a really hard question because I definitely think it takes time to get close to new friends, especially for me because I'm quite like a reserved person, but once I do get to know people, I'm very loyal to them. So spend a lot of time with them outside of school. And I'm sorry if that was really bad advice. I am ready, I'm filming a video now though. When are we going? So I don't have a lot of time to film this video, so I'm going to try and be a little bit quick. Next question is, what is your advice on long distance relationships? Now, I have never had one, but I can definitely imagine how it would be. So for a long distance relationship to work, I definitely think that you need to have a lot of trust in each other. The biggest parts of any relationship really are trust and communication. So if you do have a long distance relationship, I think it's very important that you call each other and don't only text. I think it's important that you FaceTime like regularly. And another thing that I think is good is to plan trips ahead of when you're going to meet each other so that you always have something to look forward to. And also, don't let each other go to sleep without talking to each other. And if you do feel like you're gonna end up in a fight, then the best thing to do is always call each other, because there's a bigger chance of you misunderstanding something through text versus if you're calling each other, because if you are talking to each other, then you can hear the tone in the other person's voice, and I think that just helps a lot to not misunderstand each other, which is probably a common thing. And you should never go to sleep angry at each other. Always try to resolve your problems before you go to sleep. Do you get jealous? If so, how do you control it? Now, in the beginning of my relationship, I used to get jealous a lot. Like, I'm quite a jealous person, but now me and my boyfriend have been together for 4 years, which is a very long time. Well, almost 4 years, 3.5 soon. And I just think that once you start really trusting each other, then you know that they would never do anything with someone else. And I think it's just really about trust. Yeah, unless your partner's giving you a reason to be jealous, like trying to make you jealous, I think that is really immature and no one should do that, because that's just, you just want a reaction, which is very immature and you shouldn't do that. But I just always tell myself that nothing's ever gonna happen because I know my boyfriend and I know he would never do anything like that. You just got to really have trust in each other, and if you don't trust your boyfriend, talk to him about it. Tell him that you feel, or her, your girlfriend, your significant other, tell them that you feel concerned or something. I don't know. Communication is always the best thing. I'm sorry if the advice I'm giving is really like obvious, but I'm not used to doing advice videos, so I'm not really sure. How do you resolve arguments? Well, both me and my boyfriend are Aries and we're very stubborn. So sometimes it can take a while for us to solve our arguments because we're both so stubborn and we both don't want to say sorry, which is so childish and immature. I just think you should, if you've done something wrong, then take it upon yourself and apologize, and they should also apologize. Like, you should like talk to each other until you've resolved it, kind of. And understanding is very important, so to show that you understand the other person, because otherwise if you're just attacking, the other person will get defensive and then it will just end up in more arguments and it will just not be good. Like, from personal experience, sometimes me and John start arguing about stuff that aren't even worthy to argue about. It can be so small things, especially when I'm on my period, and will just end up in me lying quiet because I'm like upset or something and I don't talk about it, which is the worst thing you can do because you'll just make yourself even more upset by not talking about it. So just try and swallow your pride and talk. I need to take my own advice sometimes. How does someone get out of a toxic friendship / relationship? So this is very important and it's probably a common issue. Drop the person. Like if you're getting out of a friendship, I'd say you could pull the band-aid off or you could take it slow. I think it's different from person to person, but most times I think it's safe to just pull the band-aid off, especially if it's a toxic relationship. Then just end it. Don't talk to each other. Just make it clear that you don't feel good in that relationship and that you need to get out of it for your own sake. And yeah, I just think it's important not to like talk to them because then they maybe will think like, oh, there's hope left. Whereas with a friend, I think about the same. Just stop being with them, or if they've done something wrong to you, maybe don't even confront them with it, because if you have hope that they'll get better, then you would have confronted them before. So before you leave, I just think like get out of it. Find new friends, don't spend time with them, they'll, you know. Or you could tell them like, because of this, I feel like I can't be friends with you, but that could also result in them getting like angry and trying to like talk you into still being friends with them, which just a toxic cycle. So I'd say just cut the cord, just go. I'm sorry if this advice is really bad. Let me know what you think and if you want more advice videos. How do you understand if someone's feeling down, or how do you get it? Well, I feel like, I don't know if this is true, but I feel like I'm quite good at sensing people and telling if they're feeling down. So a way to notice it is if they're doing anything different, or if they're acting different than how they normally do, because that's probably a sign of them feeling down or that something's happened. So, and especially if a person is quiet or quieter than they normally are and seem a little bit out of it, then I think that's a sign, and you should definitely ask them how they are and how their day's going, because that could definitely change someone's day. It could change someone's life. You don't know what's going on in their life, so I mean, even if you don't know the person or you're not that close, you can still ask like, how are you, if you feel like the person needs it and is feeling down. Do you have any advice on making new friends? Well, when I was little, I did move a lot, because obviously I moved from England to Sweden, and I just say if you are a shy person, then you'll have harder to make friends than if you're outgoing, because if you're outgoing, just be yourself, talk to someone, you'll make friends. But if you are shy, I'd say fake it till you make it. Sit next to someone, maybe pretend like you forgot a pencil, ask them to borrow a pencil, and just like start talking from there. Come up with an excuse to like talk to them if you're scared to just talk to them, because otherwise you could just say, hi, my name's this, what's your name, and then start talking from there. But if you don't go to school, I definitely recommend maybe starting activities, or there should be Tinder for friendships. Like, why isn't there Tinder for friends? That would be so good. And if there is a website like that, let me know, because I'd like to try it out. I know a lot of like podcasters and like influencer people where I live in Sweden have like friendship date things where you can maybe write on someone's Facebook page, like a Facebook group, and ask people to write in the comments about themselves, and then like message someone that you think seems interesting and just like, hi, I'd like to have some new friends, I live blah 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 blah. I think that's a good way. My dad's shaving right now, so if you can hear that, I'm really sorry. My camera just died again, yay. I mean, my memory card just ran out again, so. How do you stop feeling guilty for breaking up with someone? This is such like a hard thing, because I know breaking up with someone is probably almost just as hard as getting dumped. So I think if you are breaking up with someone, you've obviously thought of it for a long time and you're not feeling happy in that relationship, or you just don't think a relationship is good for you at that time, then I definitely think breaking up with them now. What? Oh, Dad's watching football. I definitely think breaking up with them is better than pretending that you're in a relationship that is not really what that you don't really want to be in, because that's just wasting the other person's time and it's not really fair on them. So I think breaking up with someone is just being honest to both you and them, which is just what both of you would want in that situation. Like, I wouldn't want someone to be together with me just because they feel bad for breaking up with me. So I hope that kind of answered your question. What makes a good relationship last? I definitely think not taking each other for granted, because it's very easy to just fall in routines and do the same thing every day and take each other for granted. I can't really talk, my voice is like surprise each other, do little cute things, like maybe surprise your significant other with a cinema ticket or a day out, or maybe just some chocolate or some flowers, whatever really. And also do activities, have date nights, go out to eat, maybe go bowling. Like, me and John still haven't gone bowling, which is so weird. We need to do that soon. Take a day trip to a different city, look around, you know, do little fun things like that, because if you're just inside watching series all day, it will get boring and it will get repetitive. So definitely do fun things out there, like maybe plan a trip. Me and John really want to go on a trip soon, and we've been wanting that for ages. So that's definitely a really fun thing you can do if you have the budget. Or just have a picnic in your house or outside. There are so many fun things that you can do that don't cost money, like play games. Me and John like to play card games, do each other's makeup. I don't know, there's a lot of fun activities that you can do. And a lead-up question to that was, and how do you know that it's a relationship that is worth making it last? I definitely think, like, everyone has qualities that they think are most important. So for instance, maybe my qualities are loyalty, kindness, maybe passion and humour. I just listed my qualities. And the most important ones, if your boyfriend, girlfriend, or, you know, other gender, has those qualities that you think are most important, then I think you know that they're worth sticking for. And if you two have a good time together, if you genuinely love each other and see a future with the other person. I mean, you don't even have to see a future with the other person, you could just be happy in the relationship now, because relationships aren't always going to be as they are in movies. It's not always going to be like butterflies and rainbows, because after a few years you do get used to each other, and it's not going to be the same like exciting feeling every time you see each other. But that is just life, and that is the reality of relationships. So you just got to like learn to accept that. If you like a boy and you're not sure if you feel something too, what would you do? I would, depending on how long time we've known each other, I would talk to them and be like, hey, I've been like feeling a certain way for you, and I'm just wondering how you feel. Something like that, maybe? I don't know. So yeah, just talk to them, whether it's in person or online. I definitely think it would be more cool to do it in person, but if you're too shy, go ahead, do it over text. So here's another question. What do you say if a guy wants a relationship but you just want to be friends, even though he said he doesn't believe that girls and boys can be friends? I think that's a lie, and I definitely think that boys and girls can be friends. I mean, what is there stopping you? Like, boys and girls can be friends, okay? So just tell him that, and that you don't want a relationship, you just want to be friends. And if he doesn't accept that, then just find yourself another friend, because it would be weird if boys and girls couldn't be friends. Then literally every guy you'd meet, you would end up in a relationship with. That's weird. Okay, how to react when a friend is talking behind your back. Now that is no friend to have. That is not nice behaviour and it's not acceptable. So confront them. Tell them that, why you say that, girl? Why you do that? Because that is breaking the girl code. So confront your friend. Tell them that it made you upset and that you no longer know if you can trust them, obviously, because I wouldn't be able to trust someone if I found out that they had been talking behind my back. So, I mean, I don't think there's an excuse for that. So maybe just, she's probably not a good friend. She or he is probably not a good friend if they have been talking behind your back, because, yeah, friends don't do that about each other. How to get over a breakup. How to get over a breakup, I definitely say keep your mind off them. Do things that will distract you. Watch a film. Hang out with your friends. Let yourself cry for a week or two, but don't stay inside crying for months, because that will just make you feel even worse. You need to go out and do stuff after you've let yourself be sad. Obviously you have to let yourself be sad, and do things that you'd normally like, maybe find a new hobby. I don't know, it's very hard. But I need to go now, so I will talk to you guys in another video. So like, comment and subscribe if you like this and want more of these videos. And here are today's shout outs. So yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Bye. I know you so well, so well. I know you so